And he's smoking a cigarette, so I took the flashlight and I shined it on him, and he, it was so, like, I've never seen anything so creepy, like, in my whole life. He just disappeared, like, there, gone, boom. It's like, and I'm like, dude, did anyone else see that? And I was like, see what? See what? You mean the orbs? I'm like, no, not the orbs. And I went home and I told my mom about it, and she's like, okay, you just described my boyfriend, from high school. He died out there while he was high on meth. He crashed into a tree at 100 miles an hour. Like, oh my god. But yeah. So that answers baby's question. Mr. Cook asked me 3 questions. The first question was, do you still like muffins? Yes, I still like muffins. He also asks, what is your favorite color? My favorite color is lime green, although I've been taking a liking to orange lately, and I'm not sure why. And he also asks, do you like blue muffins? I have no idea. The closest thing I've eaten to a blue muffin is a blueberry muffin, where like the blueberry juice soaks through and turns the muffin purple, but I wouldn't call that blue. Blue muffin. Yes, I'm going to venture towards the yes on that, Mr. Cook. Jack Daniels asks, what is the worst place you've ever stayed for an extended period of time? I've had it so easy. The worst place I've stayed for an extended period of time. I don't know if this answers the question or not, but I'm going to tell you about a movement piece I did last year, about being fat. I borrowed this baby crib, this tiny little baby crib, you know, the kind that everyone had when they were like a baby, duh. But they're, you know, like this big and they're square. Well, this one that I had was like half that size. It was like the little half ones they're selling now. It doesn't make any sense. They're too tiny. Yeah, so I was sitting cross-legged, and I'm not comfortable cross-legged. I went to the ghetto grocery store. I can't remember the name of the store, but they sell candy that's like freaking 2 years old, and they sell it for like $1 for like a huge bag, a 3-pound bag of candy. So yeah, I got like $10 worth of this shit, and I had like tapioca pudding and Diet Coke and all this junk food shit. And what I did is I was sitting there in my bright red bra and bright pink panties, you know, sitting there cross-legged, and on top of that was like clean clothes folded. And as it started out, I was sitting there like nice and neat, sitting up straight, and I would say one bite won't hurt. Dig through, get a piece of candy, and eat it. One more won't hurt, you know. And I did it for 202 minutes, because that's how much I weighed at the time, was 202 pounds. And by the end of the piece, I was covered in tapioca pudding. I had set this this trash can next to the crib to throw away like trash and shit, even though I didn't throw I just left the trash and shit next to, or inside of the crib. But there was so much vomit that I was sitting there with the smell of vomit around me, tapioca pudding spilled all over me, Diet Coke in my hair. It was cool. I lost like 12 pounds after that. It worked, sort of. Yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, because it was self-inflicted. It was a performance piece. But that's what I'm going to venture as an answer. And still can't talk. Answer. Sadie Dammit asks, if you could take any celebrity's star status away so that we would never hear about them again, and they are just an ordinary schmo like the rest of us, who would you take it from? I'm I'm going to count politicians as celebrities because that's exactly what they are, is celebrities with a little bit more power, and say George Bush. I mean, duh. Sorry, but the world would be such a nicer place if he just didn't exist. Both Bushes. Dang. Politicians in general. Okay. Almost Famous 3 asks, what is your natural hair color? My natural hair color is dirty blonde, and it becomes slightly lighter than dirty blonde, like kind of streaky in the summer. When is your birthday? August 8th, 1986. And how many times have you tripped in public? I like that question. But I don't know the answer. An infinite number of times. Yes. See, if I'd said infinity times, it'd be wrong, because infinity isn't a number. Ha! Yeah. I'm a dork, sorry. I don't know how to say this person's name. SDSU Aztec asks, what was George Washington's favorite color? Green, of course. That's why dollars are green. Duh. He also asks, what was Abraham Lincoln's favorite flavor of ice cream? Abraham Lincoln's favorite flavor of ice cream was fish and chips. Oh, okay, sorry. This is still SDSU Aztec. He also asks, who was the only woman to be the actual president of the United States? Richard Nixon. I don't know, that was the first name that came to mind. Sorry. Triple Helix asks, which side of the moon do you think is prettiest? The dark side or the sunny side? I think the dark side of the moon is prettiest. It's a very lovely album, and I don't think I've ever heard of an album called Sunny Side of the Moon. Have you? Wildstar1 asks, how's Timmy? Timmy's good, thanks. He is shedding in pieces instead of in one just long, nice shed, because I'm having a hard time keeping his cage humid enough. But other than that, he's pretty good. Thanks for asking, guys. That's it. Until next time.